In the depths of the Andromeda Galaxy, the Galactic Council convened in a grand ornate chamber. Representatives from countless advanced civilizations gathered to discuss matters of cosmic importance. However, beneath the veneer of diplomacy and cooperation, a sinister plot was unfolding. As the council members took their seats, a hooded figure emerged from the shadows. Its presence commanded attention, and the chamber fell silent. The figure spoke in a haunting, melodic voice. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, I come bearing grave news. The humans of Earth pose a threat to the delicate balance of our universe." Murmurs of disbelief and confusion rippled through the chamber. The figure continued, "Their rapid technological advancement and aggressive nature cannot be ignored. If left unchecked, they will bring chaos and destruction to the galaxy." The council members exchanged glances, some skeptical, others intrigued. The hooded figure pressed on, presenting evidence of humanity's potential for violence and conquest. Images of war, environmental destruction, and human cruelty flashed across the chamber screens. As the presentation concluded, the figure's voice grew more insistent. "We must act now, before it's too late. The humans must be eliminated, their planet reduced to ashes. It is the only way to ensure the safety and stability of our galactic community." Debate erupted among the council members. Some argued for diplomacy and observation, while others advocated for swift and decisive action. The hooded figure watched silently, a smile playing at the corners of its lips. Amidst the chaos, a council member from an ancient and respected civilization rose to speak. "The humans are young and impulsive, yes, but they also possess great potential for good. We cannot condemn an entire species based on the actions of a few. Let us reach out to them, guide them towards a path of peace." The hooded figure's eyes flashed with anger, but it quickly regained its composure. "The risks are too great. The humans are unpredictable and cannot be trusted. We must act in the interest of the greater good." As the debate raged on, a vote was called. In a shocking turn of events, the majority sided with the hooded figure. The Galactic Council had decided to launch an attack on Earth and eradicate the human race. Light years away on the blue planet known as Earth, life carried on as usual. Unaware of the impending danger, humans went about their daily lives, blissfully ignorant of the cosmic machinations that threatened their existence. In a secret underground facility, Dr. Evelyn Riker, a brilliant astrophysicist, hunched over her computer screen. She had been tracking strange energy readings from deep space for months, and the data she had collected painted a disturbing picture. As she analyzed the latest readings, her eyes widened in horror. The energy signatures were consistent with those of advanced weaponry, and they were rapidly approaching Earth. Dr. Riker knew she had to act fast. She quickly copied the data onto a secure drive and raced out of the facility, her heart pounding in her chest. She had to warn someone, anyone, about the impending attack. Meanwhile, in a military base on the outskirts of the city, Sergeant Jack Hawkins bolted upright in his bunk, sweat beading on his forehead. He had been plagued by vivid nightmares of an alien invasion for weeks, but this dream was different. It felt real, urgent. As he tried to shake off the unsettling images, an alarm blared throughout the base. Sergeant Hawkins leaped to his feet, grabbing his gear and rushing to the command center. On the other side of the city, Leela Novak, a college student, stumbled upon a strange artifact while exploring an abandoned warehouse. The object pulsed with an eerie blue light, and as she reached out to touch it, a jolt of energy surged through her body. Leela gasped, her mind flooded with visions of an ancient civilization and a powerful technology that lay dormant beneath the Earth's surface. She knew she had stumbled upon something significant, but little did she know that the artifact held the key to humanity's salvation. As Dr. Riker raced through the city streets, desperately trying to find someone who would believe her warnings, Sergeant Hawkins and his unit were being briefed on the alarming developments. The military had picked up on the approaching alien fleet, and they were scrambling to mount a defense. Leela, still reeling from her encounter with the artifact, found herself drawn to the heart of the city, as if guided by an unseen force. As she navigated the chaotic streets, she collided with Dr. Riker, sending them both tumbling to the ground. The two women locked eyes, and in that moment, they knew their fates were intertwined. Dr. Riker quickly explained the situation, and Leela revealed her discovery of the artifact. Together, they realized that they held pieces of a larger puzzle. As the alien fleet drew closer, the skies above Earth began to darken. Panic gripped the population as strange crafts appeared on the horizon, their intentions unclear. Sergeant Hawkins and his unit took to the streets, attempting to maintain order amidst the growing chaos. Dr. Riker and Leela raced against time, deciphering the secrets of the artifact and searching for a way to stop the impending invasion. They soon discovered that the artifact was connected to a network of ancient defenses hidden deep within the Earth's crust. As the first wave of alien ships entered Earth's atmosphere, the artifact began to glow with a blinding intensity. Leela and Dr. Riker watched in awe as beams of energy erupted from the Earth's surface, targeting the incoming vessels. The battle for Earth had begun, and humanity's fate hung in the balance. Sergeant Hawkins and his unit fought bravely against the alien ground forces, while Dr. Riker and Leela worked tirelessly to unravel the mysteries of the ancient technology. Little did they know that their actions would not only determine the outcome of the invasion, but also awaken a force that had lain dormant for eons. The Earth itself was stirring, and it would not stand idly by as its children faced annihilation. As the conflict escalated and the true nature of the threat revealed itself, the stage was set for a battle that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy. Earth and its unlikely heroes stood on the precipice of a new era, one that would redefine the balance of power in the cosmos. As the alien fleet descended upon Earth, the planet's inhabitants remained largely oblivious to the impending doom. Life continued as usual, with people going about their daily routines, unaware of the cosmic threat that loomed above them. In her laboratory, Dr. Evelyn Riker frantically analyzed the peculiar energy readings she had detected. The data painted a picture of an immense power source, unlike anything she had ever seen before. As she delved deeper into the readings, a sinking feeling settled in her gut. These energy signatures were not of human origin. Across the city, Sergeant Jack Hawkins tossed and turned in his sleep, his dreams haunted by visions of an alien invasion. In his nightmares, he saw great ships descending from the sky, their hulls gleaming with an otherworldly light. He watched helplessly as the invaders laid waste to Earth's cities, their advanced weaponry cutting through humanity's defenses like a hot knife through butter. Jolting awake, Sergeant Hawkins rubbed his eyes, trying to shake off the unsettling images. He glanced at the clock. 3:00 a.m. With a sigh, he got out of bed and made his way to the kitchen, hoping a glass of water would clear his mind. As he stood at the sink, a strange feeling washed over him, a sense of unease that he couldn't quite shake. Lila Novak, a college student with a knack for exploration, had always been drawn to the mysterious and the unknown. When she stumbled upon an ancient artifact in an abandoned warehouse, she knew she had found something special. The artifact pulsed with an eerie blue light, and as Leela reached out to touch it, a jolt of energy surged through her body. Visions flashed before her eyes, images of a long-forgotten civilization, of great cities that reached to the stars, and of a technology so advanced that it made humanity's greatest achievements seem like mere child's play. Lila knew she had to uncover the truth behind the artifact, but little did she know that her discovery would play a crucial role in the coming battle for Earth's survival. As the countdown to chaos ticked ever closer, strange occurrences began to plague the planet. In the skies above major cities, mysterious lights danced and swirled, defying explanation. Some dismissed them as mere atmospheric phenomena, but others whispered of UFOs and alien visitations. In the depths of the oceans, great beasts stirred from their slumber, their movements creating massive waves that crashed against the shores. Seismologists recorded unprecedented activity in the Earth's crust, as if the planet itself was awakening from a long-dormant state. Dr. Riker, convinced that the energy readings held the key to understanding the impending threat, worked tirelessly to decipher their meaning. As she pored over the data, a terrible realization dawned upon her. The energy signatures were consistent with those of advanced weaponry, weapons capable of destroying entire planets. With a sense of urgency, Dr. Riker tried to warn the authorities, but her claims were met with skepticism and disbelief. The government was hesitant to act on what they saw as the ravings of a paranoid scientist, and Dr. Riker found herself facing a wall of bureaucracy and red tape. Frustrated and desperate, Dr. Riker reached out to her old friend, Colonel Samantha Briggs, a high-ranking military officer with a reputation for taking unconventional threats seriously. Colonel Briggs listened intently as Dr. Riker laid out her findings, her brow furrowing with each passing moment. Though initially skeptical, Colonel Briggs couldn't deny the weight of the evidence Dr. Riker presented. She promised to do what she could to mobilize the military and prepare for the potential threat, but warned that without concrete proof, convincing the higher-ups would be an uphill battle. Meanwhile, Surgeon Hawkins' unit was put on high alert, tasked with maintaining order in the face of growing civil unrest. As reports of strange sightings and unexplained phenomena flooded in from across the globe, panic began to take hold. Riots broke out in major cities, and the military found itself stretched thin trying to contain the chaos. Amidst the turmoil, Lila Novak delved deeper into the mystery of the ancient artifact. Through painstaking research and intuition, she discovered that the artifact was connected to a network of long-forgotten structures hidden deep beneath the Earth's surface. These structures, she realized, were not of human origin, but rather the remnants of an ancient alien civilization that had once called Earth home. As Leela raced to uncover the secrets of the alien technology, Dr. Riker and Colonel Briggs worked tirelessly to convince the world's leaders of the impending danger. They presented their findings to the United Nations, pleading for a united front in the face of the alien threat. But politics and national interests proved to be formidable obstacles. Some nations, skeptical of the evidence and fearful of the economic and social consequences of acknowledging the truth, chose to bury their heads in the sand. Others saw the crisis as an opportunity to advance their own agendas, using the chaos to seize power and resources. As the world teetered on the brink of collapse, the alien fleet drew ever closer. The skies above Earth began to darken, and strange crafts appeared on the horizon, their intentions unclear. In a desperate bid to buy time, Colonel Briggs ordered Sergeant Hawkins and his unit to establish a perimeter around the city, hoping to slow the alien advance and give Dr. Riker and Leela a chance to unravel the mysteries of the ancient technology. As the first wave of alien ships entered Earth's atmosphere, the ground trembled beneath the feet of the planet's inhabitants. The countdown to chaos had reached its final moments, and the fate of humanity hung in the balance. Dr. Riker and Leela, racing against time, knew that they held the key to Earth's salvation. But as they delved deeper into the secrets of the ancient civilization, they began to realize that the true nature of the threat was far more complex than they had ever imagined. The stage was set for a battle that would determine not only the fate of Earth, but the destiny of the entire galaxy. As the alien fleet descended upon the planet, and ancient powers stirred from their slumber, humanity found itself standing on the precipice of a new era, one that would be forged in the fires of conflict and shaped by the courage of unlikely heroes. As the alien fleet descended upon Earth, the planet itself began to stir. Deep beneath the surface, ancient mechanisms that had lain dormant for eons were to life, their purpose finally realized. The ground shook with a primal fury, and the skies above crackled with energy. Dr. Evelyn Riker and Leela Novak, having uncovered the secrets of the alien artifact, raced to the heart of the ancient civilization's hidden network. They navigated through long-forgotten tunnels and chambers, following the pulsing energy signatures that emanated from the Earth's core. As they delved deeper, the true nature of the planet's defenses became clear. The ancient civilization had not only left behind advanced technology, but they had also imbued the Earth itself with a sentient energy, a living, breathing force that had been waiting for this moment. Sergeant Jack Hawkins and his unit, tasked with defending the city against the alien onslaught, found themselves facing an enemy unlike any they had ever encountered. The invaders' weapons cut through their defenses like a hot knife through butter, and the soldiers quickly realized that conventional tactics would be useless against such advanced technology. But as the battle raged on, something extraordinary began to happen. The Earth itself, awakened by the presence of the alien fleet, unleashed its fury upon the invaders. Great fissures opened up in the ground, swallowing entire ships whole. Towering pillars of rock erupted from the surface, impaling the alien crafts with ruthless precision. The skies above the battlefield became a kaleidoscope of colors as the Earth's ancient defenses manifested in the form of shimmering energy shields and devastating pulse waves. The alien weapons, for all their advanced technology, seemed to bounce harmlessly off the planet's protective barriers. Dr. Riker and Leela, having reached the heart of the ancient network, found themselves standing before a massive, pulsing orb of energy. The orb, they realized, was the source of the Earth's sentience, a living, breathing conduit through which the planet's consciousness could manifest. As they approached the orb, a voice spoke to them, not in words, but in feelings and sensations. The Earth, it seemed, had been waiting for this moment for millennia, knowing that one day its children would face a threat that they could not overcome alone. Through the orb, the Earth communicated with Dr. Riker and Leela, sharing with them the knowledge and power of the ancient civilization. They saw visions of great battles fought long ago, of a war that had nearly torn the galaxy apart. They saw the sacrifices that had been made to ensure that the Earth would always have a means to defend itself and its inhabitants. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Dr. Riker and Leela emerged from the ancient chambers, their bodies thrumming with the power of the Earth itself. They joined the battle against the alien invaders, their mere presence turning the tide of the conflict. Sergeant Hawkins and his men, on the brink of defeat, watched in awe as Dr. Riker and Leela strode onto the battlefield, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The Earth's energy flowed through them, manifesting in great waves of force that swept the alien ships from the sky. The invaders, realizing that they had grossly underestimated the power of the planet they had sought to conquer, began to retreat. But the Earth was not content to simply let them flee. The planet's fury, once unleashed, could not be contained. Great storms of energy chased the alien fleet across the stars, tearing their ships apart and scattering their forces to the cosmic winds. The Earth, it seemed, was not just a defender of his own people, but a guardian of the galaxy itself. As the last of the alien ships disappeared from the skies above, a great cheer erupted from the people of Earth. They had faced the greatest threat they had ever known, and they had emerged victorious. But even as they celebrated, they knew that their triumph had come at a great cost. The Earth, though victorious, had been forever changed by the conflict. The ancient defenses, once activated, could not be easily turned off. The planet's consciousness, once dormant, could not be put back to sleep. In the aftermath of the battle, Dr. Riker and Leela found themselves at the center of a new world order. They were hailed as heroes, the saviors of humanity, but they knew that their work was far from over. The Earth, they realized, had not just been defending itself, it had been preparing for something far greater. As they delved deeper into the knowledge that the Earth had shared with them, they began to uncover a truth that would shake the foundations of everything they thought they knew. The ancient civilization, it seemed, had not just been protecting the Earth, they had been preparing it for a role in a cosmic plan that stretched back to the dawn of time. The stage was set for a new chapter in the story of humanity, one that would take them beyond the stars and into the very heart of the universe itself. As Dr. Riker and Leela stood on the precipice of this new era, they knew that they would face challenges and dangers beyond anything they had ever imagined. But they also knew that they would not face them alone. The Earth, their constant companion and protector, would be with them every step of the way. And together, they would forge a new destiny for their people, one that would echo through the ages and shake the course of the galaxy itself. As the dust settled and the people of Earth began to rebuild, they did so with a newfound sense of purpose and unity. They had seen the power of their planet, and they had felt the strength of their own spirit. They knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. As one people, one planet, one force to be reckoned with. And so, the story of Earth's fury unleashed came to a close. But it was only the beginning of a new chapter in the saga of humanity's journey to the stars. For in the face of the greatest threats, the people of Earth had discovered the true depths of their own courage and resilience. And with the power of their planet at their backs, they knew that there was nothing they could not achieve. As the dust settled in the aftermath of the great battle, the people of Earth began to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. The alien invasion had been repelled, but the cost had been high. Cities lay in ruins, and the death toll was staggering. Amidst the chaos and destruction, Dr. Evelyn Riker and Leela Novak found themselves at the center of a global effort to understand the true nature of the threat they had faced. The knowledge that the Earth had shared with them weighed heavily upon their minds, and they knew that they could not keep it to themselves. As they began to share their discoveries with the world's leaders, a shocking truth came to light. The mysterious figure who had manipulated the Galactic Council into attacking Earth was not an alien at all, but a human. His name was Dr. Elias Novak, and he was Leela's father. A brilliant scientist and visionary, Dr. Novak had long been obsessed with the idea of human superiority. He believed that humanity was destined to rule the galaxy, and that any alien civilization that stood in their way must be eliminated. To that end, he had spent decades infiltrating the Galactic Council, manipulating its members and steering them towards a confrontation with Earth. He had orchestrated the entire invasion, knowing that it would force humanity to unlock the secrets of the ancient civilization and unleash the full might of the planet's defenses. The revelation of Dr. Novak's betrayal sent shockwaves through the human ranks. Leela, devastated by her father's actions, found herself torn between her loyalty to her planet and her love for her family. Sergeant Jack Hawkins, still reeling from the losses his unit had suffered in the battle, found himself questioning everything he had ever believed in. If a human could betray his own species, then what hope was there for the future? As the truth of Dr. Novak's actions spread, the fragile unity that had been forged in the heat of battle began to crumble. Nations turned against each other, each seeking to use the planet's newfound power for their own gain. Dr. Riker and Leela, determined to prevent the world from tearing itself apart, worked tirelessly to bring the factions together. They traveled the globe, meeting with leaders and pleading for cooperation in the face of the greater threat that loomed on the horizon. For the knowledge that the Earth had shared with them held a dire warning. The ancient civilization had not just been protecting the planet from external threats, but from a danger that lurked within its very core. The Earth, they had learned, was not just a living, breathing entity, but a prison. Eons ago, the ancient civilization had fought a great war against a being of unimaginable power, a creature that fed on the very fabric of reality itself. In a desperate bid to contain this threat, the ancients had sacrificed themselves, using their own life force to create a seal that would trap the creature within the Earth's core. The planet's defenses, the technology that Dr. Riker and Leela had unlocked, were not just weapons, but the keys to the creature's prison. And now, with the seal weakened by the activation of the planet's defenses, the creature was stirring once again. Dr. Novak, driven mad by his obsession with human supremacy, saw the creature not as a threat, but as an opportunity. He believed that by harnessing its power, humanity could ascend to godhood itself. As the factions fought and squabbled, Dr. Novak and his loyal followers worked in secret, preparing to unleash the creature and use its power to reshape the galaxy in their own image. Dr. Riker and Leela, having pieced together the true nature of the threat, raced against time to stop them. They gathered a small but dedicated group of allies, including Sergeant Hawkins and his remaining men, and set out to confront Dr. Novak and his followers. The final battle took place deep within the Earth's core, in the very heart of the ancient prison. Dr. Novak, his mind twisted by his own hubris, sought to release the creature and bend it to his will. But the creature, once freed, had no master. It lashed out with a fury that shook the very foundations of the planet, threatening to tear reality itself apart. Dr. Riker and Leela, drawing upon the knowledge and power that the Earth had given them, fought desperately to contain the creature and repair the damaged seal. They poured their own life force into the ancient mechanisms, willing the planet's defenses to obey their command. In the end, it was Surgeon Hawkins who made the ultimate sacrifice. Seeing that Dr. Riker and Leela were weakening, he threw himself into the breach, using his own body as a conduit for the planet's power. With a final desperate effort, the seal was restored, and the creature was once again trapped within its prison. But the cost had been high. Surgeon Hawkins was gone, and Dr. Riker and Leela were left badly wounded, their life force all but spent. In the aftermath of the battle, the people of Earth came together once again. The revelation of how close they had come to destruction, and the sacrifices that had been made to save them, served as a powerful reminder of their shared humanity. Dr. Novak, his plans thwarted and his mind broken, was taken into custody. The Galactic Council, humbled by their defeat and the knowledge of how easily they had been manipulated, vowed to work towards a new era of cooperation and understanding between species. As for Dr. Riker and Leela, they found themselves hailed as the saviors of not just Earth, but the entire galaxy. They had unlocked the secrets of the ancient civilization, and in doing so, had given humanity a new destiny. But even as they were celebrated and honored, they knew that their work was far from over. The creature, though contained, was still a threat, and the knowledge of its existence weighed heavily upon them. They knew that they would have to spend the rest of their lives working to maintain the seal and protect the galaxy from the danger that lurked within the Earth's core. It was a burden that they accepted willingly, knowing that the fate of all life depended upon them. As the people of Earth looked to the stars once more, they did so with a new sense of purpose and unity. They had faced the greatest threat imaginable, and they had emerged stronger for it. They knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. As one species, one civilization, one force for good in a galaxy full of wonders and dangers. The story of Earth's greatest heroes had come to an end, but their legacy would live on forever. A shining beacon of hope and courage in a universe that desperately needed both. In the years that followed the great battle for Earth, Dr. Evelyn Riker and Leela Novak found themselves at the center of a new era for humanity. The knowledge and power that the Earth had bestowed upon them had given them a new purpose, to guide their species towards a future among the stars. Under their leadership, the nations of Earth came together as never before. The petty squabbles and rivalries that had once divided them seemed like distant memories in the face of the greater challenges that lay ahead. With the help of the Galactic Council, humanity began to reach out to the other species of the galaxy, forging new alliances and partnerships. They shared their knowledge and technology freely, knowing that only through cooperation and understanding could they hope to build a lasting peace. But even as they worked towards a brighter future, Dr. Riker and Leela knew that the greatest threat to that future still lurked within the Earth's core. The creature that they had fought so desperately to contain was still there, waiting for its chance to break free once more. They spent their days studying the ancient mechanisms that held the creature at bay, working tirelessly to strengthen the seal and ensure that it would never again threaten the galaxy. It was a burden that weighed heavily upon them, but one that they bore willingly, knowing that the fate of all life depended upon their vigilance. As the years turned into decades, humanity continued to grow and evolve. They spread out across the stars, establishing new colonies and outposts on distant worlds. They encountered new species and civilizations, some friendly, others hostile, but always they held fast to the principles of cooperation and understanding that had brought them so far. But even as they prospered, the shadow of the creature lurked in the background, a constant reminder of the danger that they had faced and the sacrifices that had been made to keep it at bay. And then, on a day that would forever be remembered as the darkest in human history, the seal finally failed. It happened without warning, a sudden and catastrophic collapse of the ancient mechanisms that had held the creature in check for so long. In an instant, the earth was torn asunder, the creature breaking free from its prison in a burst of energy that shook the very foundations of the galaxy. Dr. Riker and Leela, their worst fears realized, found themselves once again at the center of a desperate battle for survival. They rallied the forces of Earth and its allies, knowing that only through unity and sacrifice could they hope to stand against the creature's fury. The final battle was fought not on the surface of the Earth, but in the depths of space itself. The creature, its power grown beyond all imagining, sought to consume the very fabric of reality, to unmake the galaxy and rebuild it in its own twisted image. Against this threat, the combined might of humanity and its allies seemed like a feeble thing indeed. But they fought nonetheless, pouring every ounce of their strength and courage into the battle, knowing that failure was not an option. In the end, it was Dr. Riker and Leela who made the final stand. Faced with the creature's overwhelming power, they knew that there was only one way to stop it: to sacrifice themselves, just as the ancients had done so long ago. With a final, desperate act of will, they unleashed the full might of the Earth's defenses, pouring their own life force into the ancient mechanisms that had once held the creature at bay. In a blinding flash of light, the creature was consumed, its essence torn apart and scattered to the cosmic winds. But the cost was high. Dr. Riker and Leela, their life force spent, collapsed to the ground, their bodies broken and still. In the aftermath of the battle, the people of Earth and its allies came together once more to mourn the fallen and to celebrate the victory that had been won. They knew that the sacrifice of Dr. Riker and Leela had saved not just humanity, but the entire galaxy, and that their names would be remembered and honored for all time. As the years passed, the story of Earth's greatest heroes became the stuff of legend, a tale passed down from generation to generation. But more than that, it became a source of inspiration, a reminder of the power of unity and sacrifice in the face of even the greatest of threats. Humanity continued to grow and prosper, spreading out across the stars and forging a new destiny for itself. They encountered new wonders and new dangers, but always they held fast to the memory of those who had given their lives to make that future possible. And though the galaxy would face many challenges in the years to come, the people of Earth knew that they would never again stand alone, for they had learned the true strength of their own spirit and the power of standing together in the face of even the darkest of times. The story of the final stand had come to an end, but the legacy of Dr. Riker and Leela would live on forever, a shining beacon of hope and courage in a universe that desperately needed both. And as humanity looked to the stars once more, they did so with the knowledge that they were not just a species, but a force to be reckoned with, a force that would shape the destiny of the galaxy for all time to come. In the end, the tale of Earth's awakening and the battle against the Galactic Council would become a legend, a story passed down through the ages as a testament to the indomitable will of the human spirit. And though the names of Dr. Riker, Leela Novak, and Jack Hawkins might fade from memory, their deeds would live on forever, a shining example of what humanity could achieve when it stood together as one. For in the face of the greatest of threats, the people of Earth had discovered the true depths of their own strength and resilience. And with that knowledge, they had forged a new future for themselves and for all the generations yet to come, a future where anything was possible and where the stars themselves were within their grasp. And so the story of Earth's rise to galactic prominence came to a close, a story of courage, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bonds of human unity. But it was only the beginning of a new chapter in the saga of humanity's journey to the stars, a chapter that would see them take their place among the great civilizations of the galaxy and shape the course of history for all time to come.